Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike with Fowler Family Farm. And today we're going to be doing part 3 of our master bath build. It's going to be hopefully a little quicker video than the last two. All I'm doing is taping, mud and tape, this wall and probably this wall you can't see right now, but these two walls and then half of the ceiling. I'm going to start in this top corner right here, and then I'm going to come down this corner, and then I'll do my horizontal right here, and then probably my last vertical, and then I'll turn around and we'll do this wall too. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and remember to go down and hit that like button and subscribe for me. Okay, I've already mixed my mud. I'll put a picture of what I use. I just buy it at Lowe's. It works pretty good. If I have big gaps or cracks that I need to fill, I'll use some different stuff. But this works pretty good. And then I use this is the paper I use, the tape. I pre-soak my tape. I get it wet. I'll put the mud on the wall, get my tape wet, stick it on there, and then thin it out. So right now all I'm going to do is put the mud in that top corner first. Okay, since the mud's up there, now I just take my tape that's pre-wet, already wet, got it wet, helps it stick a little bit. A lot of people don't do this, but I do. I just stick it up in the corner and then push it, press it up in there, and then I come back with my knife, my mudding knife, and put it in there good. By the way, it's much easier to do this without lights in your way. But we needed lights, so I went ahead and put them in. But of course, it's always easier to do this stuff with nothing in your way. Okay, I want to give you guys a close-up real quick and let you see kind of how it looks after this first stage. I still got to go back and put mud on top of this for the first layer, and then I do 2 more layers after that. Even though this is white, it's flat. I mean, I've scraped all that off and it's already dry. Let's see if you can, I can zoom in a little bit better there. So that's where another piece of tape's going to go. That's why it looks like that. I know it doesn't look great, but it's not bad. Okay, so first piece of tape's on, first layer of that's actually on as well. Okay, and I'm going to do 2 more coats on that. I'll probably sand after the second coat and the third coat. I'm going to do the rest of this green wall here off camera. I mean, you've seen it, so it's not much different. I may show some more of this white wall over here on this side. Okay guys, I got the top corner up here and the corner going down on this wall here completed. So all I have left on this wall is the screws and then this middle seam right here. I want to go ahead and do this one on video. This stuff's kind of real repetitive, so I don't want to bore you guys. And then I'll go back through and hit all these screws again. I messed with some of them. So. Okay, so like this wall over here I did earlier, I pre-wet that tape. It's almost dry because I wet it too long ago. Stick it on the mud right in the middle of the seam, and I just go over it first without mud, and then I'm gonna go back over it with mud, and that'll be my first coat. I usually start in the middle when I put my tape in. I start in the middle and just work to both ends, just like that. Alright guys, this is after 2 coats of the mud, and you can see where it kind of covers it up a little bit better, and each time you add another layer it just kind of gets a little better and a little better. I haven't sanded this one yet, so you can still see like right here. I may have, in this bathroom, I may have to do 4 coats in certain spots because it's just showing through pretty good. But at that corner up there looks really good, other than where I didn't put tape. I'm not going to put tape there yet.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because I think we're just putting wood up there, so I don't even think I need to.
Yeah, you're right.
But like right here, you can you can still see the indentation in the tape. It's still showing through a little bit, and then like right here, you definitely can see it there. This is one of the areas I may have to do 4 coats to get it to look right. But it gets better after each coat, and it starts looking better. Right in there around that outlet, I may have to do 4 coats. Oh, it's dark over there, you can't really tell. That corner up there looks really good actually, for the most part. This corner looks good too though. Alright, I'm going to do coat 3 and I'll show you what it looks like after that. Alright guys, this is now 3 coats everywhere, and honestly the corners look good. I'm probably going to do a little bit of touch up and sand on those and I'll be finished. But you can still see this seam and then right over here. So I'm going to give this a 4th coat, these 2 horizontals right here. I'm going to give them a 4th coat, and that should be good. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to start the actual texture process. And when I get into the texture, I'll kind of show you how I do it. It's pretty simple. It takes some practice. I'm probably gonna have to practice some more because I haven't done it in about 6 to 8 months. So I'm kind of out of practice. So once that starts, I'll show you that. Okay guys, I started texturing already. You can kind of see some of it already. I'm gonna give you a close-up of how I do this. It's called skip trowel technique. I just use a trowel instead of a mudding knife. Some people are actually good enough to use a mudding knife. I do use the trowel, and I just skip along the wall with the mud. And the mud, it's a little thinner texture than, it's actually kind of hardened up a little bit. I probably need to thin it up a little bit more, but that's probably too thick actually. Probably want to thin that up just a little bit more maybe. I'll try this, see how it does. But let me show you a close-up of how I actually do this. Here's a close-up of the stuff I've already done. It's kind of hard to tell. Like there's certain spots that aren't great. I'm not a professional. But it actually looks good once you paint it. You can't really tell that nobody did it like me. Alright, now I'll show you a little close-up of how I actually do it. Okay, so just put some on the edge of your knife like this, or your trowel, I'm sorry. Kind of edge of your trowel. Okay. And then like right here. Oh, yeah, y'all can see right there. I just kind of do that with it. And then I just skip over it. Oh, turn my light off. And you don't have to go the same direction every time either, because you want it to look random. You don't want it to look like a machine did it. See that? Let's see if I can. Is this in a good spot? Yeah. My light's off, so. Just go over it with the edge. And I like to make sure right where I taped my seams, I like to make sure I get those really good, like it looks good, so you notice my texture and not my taping job. I don't think y'all can see that. There you go. It doesn't take long. Okay guys, this is the end of part 3 of master bath build. Tape and texture. Let me kind of show you a close up and kind of down the wall so y'all can kind of see what it looks like when it's finished. This is where I actually did the tape and then textured over it. So this is kind of what it will look like when it's actually painted. Okay, let me go this direction. I still will touch up a little bit of this stuff where it looks too good, you know, not too good, but like straight lines and stuff. See if you can get some of this down here. Focus. So that's kind of what it would look like. This is just where. So that's dry. Okay, so all in all, this tape and texture took me probably 3 hours to do, but it was over a 3-day period. And it probably could have been a 2-day period if I would have scheduled it right. So day 1 is just tape. Because for me, it was just tape because I did it late in the evening, and I had to let it dry overnight. But if you can do something like this, like your first layer of tape early in the morning, let it dry, you could probably do your second layer that evening. Especially if you have a fan. I had a fan oscillating in here to help dry it off quicker. Day 2 was layer 2 and layer 3. Day 3 for me was the 4th layer on the horizontal right here, and then that in the morning, and then in the evening I did my texture. So all in all, it was a 3-day process, but only about 3 hours worth of time, maybe 4 hours. Probably 4 hours if you count the you know, getting everything prepped and the cleanup and stuff like that. Anyway, don't forget to go down and hit the like and subscribe button if you would, guys. Let me know in the comments how I did. I know some of it's not great, but again, it'll be covered up, or you just won't really notice a lot of it. And then, you know, this is just me doing it myself, not a professional. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one.